Hare Krishna, devotees. I would like to welcome you all for His Holiness Candramauli Swami's daily online class. Thank you all for coming. My humble obeisances to you all. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today's class will be given by Her Grace Namrata Mataji on the auspicious occasions of Guru Purnima, but also on the topic of disappearance of Sanatan Goswami, and also the Tirobhav Divas of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Hare Krishna Mataji, my obeisances to you. Would you like me to share anything, or you are on mute?
Sorry. Thank you, Prabhuji. I have my notes, so need to share. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we'll begin with the prayers first. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I'm sorry. Shri Rupam. I'm sorry. Prabhuji, can you remind me the prayers of
Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam.
I'm sorry. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamyam Tisa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Shri Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitanscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Candramauli Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Thank you, everyone. So today is the auspicious day of Guru Purnima, also the disappearance day of Sanatan Goswami, and the disappearance day of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami. So we'll start with Guru Purnima. Guru Purnima is celebrated on the appearance day of Vyasadeva. So interestingly, the birth of Vyasadeva is also interesting. So once it happened that Parasar Muni, Saint Parasar, was traveling in a boat, and a lady, Satyavati, she was rowing the boat, and in an auspicious moment, Parasar Muni requested her to be the mother of the saintly personality who was going to be born. And Satyavati was a little hesitant, but Parasar Muni assured her that her virginity will not be disturbed. So with Satyavati, when she agreed, Parasar Muni, with his mystic power, he created a fog around the boat and near the dweep, near an island, and a beautiful child was born who was dark in complexion, and because he was born on a dweep, on an island, he was named, and he was going to be the compiler of the Vedas. He was a Shakti Avesh avatar of Krishna. So he was named as Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. So that was how birth of Vyasadeva took place. Then later, once it happened that on the bank of river Saraswati, Srila Vyasadeva was doing his daily routine and doing prayers, worshipping the Lord, and meditating. So he could see that Kali Yuga is approaching soon, and being a very visionary personality, he could see the faults of Kali Yuga. And the faults of Kali Yuga were people had short lifespans, then short memory, poor intelligence. That was the setback, and it was the ocean of faults. Kali Yuga was totally an ocean of faults. So he decided that he will write Vedas, compile Vedas actually. So, so we'll think that, so previously, were there no documentation of Vedas? Yes, there was not any documentation of Vedas because previously there were no books. People in the previous yugas had very sharp intelligence, and they were good in memory. So there was no need of any documentation. Gurus used to deliver the knowledge, and disciples just hear them, and they used to grasp that. So just by hearing, the knowledge was transferred from guru to disciples. So, but now it was the time when Vyasadeva could understand that there was a need of compilation and documentation. So, and at the beginning of the creation, Brahma, he spoke Vedas from his four mouths. So mantras were all mixed. They were all mixed mantras, just like the unsorted gems are put together, gemstones. So just like that, all the mantras were mixed together, and Vyasadeva separated the mantras and divided them into the four Vedas: Rigved, Samaved, Yajurved, and Atharvaved, and also Puranas, also Mahabharata. So he sorted this one Veda. Previously, it was just Yajurved, which was in the mixed form what Brahma spoke. Then he sorted them just like the gems are sorted according to their size, shape, color, etc. And they are piled. So in that way, this is just an analogy. So that way, Shri Vyasadeva sorted the Vedas and the Puranas. So he wrote 4 Vedas and 17 Puranas. Actually, it was 18, but for now, we'll move ahead and go to the 18th one. But for now, 17 Puranas, also Mahabharata. So Vedas is the philosophical part, and the Puranas is the history and the stories. So also it can be said as the 5th Veda. So and he gave all this to his disciples and told them to spread in all directions. And further, these disciples, they separated or divided this Vedas into even smaller sections to to be easier for the people to understand, to propagate the wisdom. But then one day it so happened that while Vyasadeva was on the bank of river Saraswati, he had this thought and he asked a question to himself that why my heart is not satisfied? Why am I not satisfied even after compiling all this? So, and he contemplated and he found that maybe I haven't enough um, glorified Lord Krishna and his enchanting pastimes. And the process of bhakti, the pure devotional service. And the same time arrives his guru Narad Muni. And Narad Muni, he came and he reconfirms that yes, the missing link which is not satisfying you is the same. So after the reconfirmation of his guru, he works on the 18th Purana, which is the Srimad Bhagavad Puran, which consists of pastimes of Krishna and his devotees, his incarnations, his glorification, and bhakti, the process of bhakti, how to render devotional service unto the Supreme Lord and reach perfection. So that is Srimad Bhagavad Puran, the 18th Purana, which is the essence of entire Vedas and Puranas. Previously he did. So after Srimad Bhagavatam, after Vedyvyas wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, he was completely satisfied and he kept his pen aside in satisfaction that, okay, now I am satisfied, the work is done now. So here there's a moral which comes from our mind, and we should take up that however great a person may be, he can also be bewildered at times. So therefore we need one do need guidance of a mature person, and of course that mature person, we need clarity at times. So that mature person is guru. So everyone needs a guru, and an intelligent person can take only an intelligent person can take advantage of such timeless wisdom like Srimad Bhagavatam for social and spiritual development of life. So we must, Guru Maharaj always says that we should be first class devotees. So first class devotees are the intelligent person. So, moving ahead, and for that we must be grateful to all the acharyas of our lineage, that they simplified this Srimad Bhagavatam. Even Srila Vedvyas sorted this, but still they simplified for us. And we should be more grateful to Srila Prabhupada, who simplified even further for us to understand from the commentaries of the previous acharyas of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. He extracted the essence, and he's almost like spoon feeded us with his books. So we must take advantage of this. So there's a song I think Ajay Pataka Maharaj has written, I guess, Yadi Prabhupada Na Hoy To. It is a very beautiful song, and yes, I do regularly hear it, because we are definitely eternally grateful to him, and we would definitely think that how would we get the unlimited mercy of Nityananda and Gauranga if Prabhupada was not there? How would we understand? I mean, who would explain us this scripture so clearly if Prabhupada was not there? So we must be eternally grateful to Prabhupada first. And one such ideal spiritual master is Sanatana Goswami. So Sanatan Goswami, today is his disappearance day, and he is one of the spiritual master that whose work, whose knowledge has helped us develop the Sambandha Tattva with Krishna, our who can help us develop. I mean, who can help us to find the lost relationship or Sambandha with Krishna, who can connect us with the Supreme Lord. So, if we reel a little backwards, then when Yudhishthir, after the departure of Krishna, Yudhishthir Maharaj, he decided to renounce, and along with the other Pandavas, and he decided to hand over the kingdom to Parikshit Maharaj and the kingdom of Mathura to Vajranath, the grandson of Krishna. And then Vajranath, he wanted to create a deity of Krishna. So Mother Uttara was the only person who had closely seen Krishna. So Madan Mohan deity, when it was this deity was created, Mother Uttara said that the lotus feet of Krishna is most revealed in this deity. So Mother Uttara was the only person who has seen, and he could clearly see the lotus feet in that deity of Krishna. So that how that was the potency of that deity. So yeah, in Chaitanya Leela, Advaita Acharya, when Advaita Acharya was once at the bank of river Yamuna, and Madan Mohan he to Advaita Acharya. Then Advaita Acharya, after when he was about to leave Vrindavan, he handed over the deities of Madan Mohan with great love to a Brahman who was in Mathura. His name was Purushottam Chobe. So the Brahman was very humble, very pure, and he was worshipping the Madan Mohan deities in the mood of Vatsalya Ras. So the deities were taken care in the parental love under the affection of Purushottam Chobe. Once it so happened that Sanatan Goswami, while performing his Madhukari, he was begging for little prasad, and he came to the house of Purushottam Chobe. Purushottam Chobe said, "Yes, I will give you the prasad. Please hold on for a while." And then when Sanatan Goswami saw that Purushottam Chobe went to the altar and he was chastising the Lord with a stick in his hand, and just like a child, and was saying to the Lord that just finish the offered food. So just like a father says to the child, and Sanatana Goswami was amazed. And he was he said, "How can someone do like this to the deities? The deities are non-different than Krishna himself." So he approached Purushottam Chobe and he said that, how can you do this to the deities? They are Krishna. He is the cause of the all, he is cause of the all causes. He is the supreme Lord. He is that supreme truth. He is the absolute truth. So you should have some reverence. You should have some respect. So Purushottam Chobe was a very humble Brahmin. So he was little alert in his mind, and he agreed to Sanatan Goswami, and he said that okay, you can teach me, you can train me with the Archanam Seva, the process of that. And then it so happened that in that very night, Madan Mohan came in the dream of Sanatan Goswami, and Madan Mohan, he was telling Sanatan Goswami that, now look what you did. I was Purushottam Chobe was worshipping me in the pure parental love, the Vatsalya Ras, and you trained him in the formal process of Archanam Vidhi. So that is not satisfying me at all. I mean, I'm not happy with that, with this formal process. I loved what he did it before. So Madan Mohan then further he tells that now soon Purushottam Chobe will hand me over to you as Dakshina, and you have to later take care of me as your life and soul. So here Sanatan Goswami said to the Lord that, dear Lord, how can I take you? I myself am I'm a mendicant. I mean, there's no fixed place for me. I sleep under different trees every day. How can I take care of you? Then Madan Mohan said, I will stay in any condition you keep me. So you have to take me, just take me. So Sanatan Goswami, he agreed, and he took the deities of Madan Mohan along with him wherever he's going. Then one day it so happened that Sanatan Goswami, when he was begging for the Madhukari, and he got some he um, he got some wheat flour, and out of that wheat flour he mixed the Yamuna water, and he mixed the parties, the balls, and he threw it into the fire to get cooked. And after throwing into the fire, he got immersed into the chanting of the holy name. And sometimes it happens that Sanatan Goswami, he used to burn those balls also. But whatever he makes out of the Madhukari, he offers it in a very loving way to Madan Mohan. And Madan Mohan still accepts it wholeheartedly. So one day it happened that Madan Mohan said to Sanatan Goswami, he in fact requested Sanatan Goswami that if you can please put some salt in the wheat bati you are making, that would be nice if you can do. So Sanatan Goswami, he said that here in Vrindavan, I am here to fulfill my spiritual master's desire, his instructions. So at present, I don't have any means to fulfill your desire, but yes, as soon as I'll have any means that can fulfill your desire, definitely I will do that. So in few days, it happened that a merchant his name was Krishnadas Kapoor. So the merchant was passing by, and he came with a boat, and his boat got stuck in the river Yamuna. So he was asking help from the Vrajvasis, and Vrajvasis, or whoever he asked, all of them referred him to Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami, when he went to Sanatan Goswami said that, "What can I do? I'm just a mendicant. If you want anything, you can ask Madan Mohan. He can give you everything. You can ask him." So the merchant started praying to Madan Mohan, and as he was praying to Madan Mohan, the boat it flowed cleared from the river Yamuna. So merchant was very happy to see his boat, and he felt eternally indebted to the Madan Mohan, and he asked Sanatan Goswami that, what can I do for Madan Mohan? So Sanatan Goswami said that if you want to do anything, please build a temple for him. So that is how Madan Mohan got a temple, and the temple was built for. And previously, earlier, only Madan Mohan deities were there. The Goswamis used to worship Radha Rani in the heart of the deities. So there wasn't any deity of Radha Rani. But then later it happened that a son of the King Rudra Pratap of Jagannath Puri, his name was Purushottam Jana. Yeah, his name was Purushottam Jana. So he felt that people want to take darshan of Radha Rani as well, and they would like to see Radha Rani, and they will be pleased by that. So he decided to send two beautiful deities of Radha Rani, and then the pujari of that of the Madan Mohan temple, that day at night in the dream, Radha Rani came, and Radha Rani said that the one who has sent these deities doesn't know that these are two deities, but one of the deity is Lalita Sakhi and one is me. So the larger one is Lalita Sakhi, and you have to install that deity on the right of Madan Mohan, and the other one is me, who should be installed on the left of Madan Mohan. So this is how Lalita Sakhi and Radha Rani got installed, and there was a grand installation ceremony at that time, and everybody rejoiced. So this in this installation ceremony, then a Mughal ruler named Aurangzeb, he was a very cruel ruler, and he actually attacked Vrindavan. He wanted to destroy the temples of Vrindavan. So in that time, before he attacked, the devotees, the pujaris of those deities, they shifted the deities of Madan Mohan, Radha Govindji, and Radha Gopinath to Jaipur, in the shelter of the king of Jaipur. So this is how we could save the deities at that time. Otherwise, Aurangzeb would have destroyed everything. So another pastime of Sanatan Goswami I could remember is the one with Chakleshwar Mahadev. So once Sanatan Goswami was at the foothills of Govardhan, near Chakleshwar Mahadev temple, and he was writing his books in the light of a small ghee lamp, and there were a lot of mosquitoes who were troubling him. So he was so fed up with these mosquitoes that he finally decided, I want to leave this place, and I'll go to because it is disturbing my devotional service. So I must leave this place and find another place where I could peacefully perform my devotional service. But Lord Shiva, Chukleshwar Mahadev, he could not bear the thought of being separated from Sanatan Goswami. So he disguised as uh, I think a Brahman boy, and he came to Sanatan Goswami and he said that, Baba, please, you can stay for one more day. One more night. So if still tomorrow the mosquitoes are troubling you, you can leave. No problem. So Sanatan Goswami said, okay, no problem, one more day. He agreed, and then Lord Shiva he ordered the demigod who took care of these insects and all these creatures, and he said that there should be no mosquitoes where Sanatan Goswami is performing his devotional service. So even till the date, near the Chakleshwar Mahadev's area, there's no mosquitoes in those regions. So that is a small sweet pastime, Sanatan Goswami. Then Sanatan Goswami, as he was getting old, he it was difficult for him to he had a vow to do parikrama of Giriraj every day, and he used to take the long route, not even the shorter one. So it was difficult for him now because he was old, and Krishna he disguised as a cowherd boy and asked him. He said that, Baba, you are too old now. It's okay if you don't do the parikrama. Sanatan Goswami said that, no, this is my Nityakram. How can I not do my Nityakram? It's my vow. I have to do it. So Krishna, he what he did then, he took a Govardhan Shila, he stood on it, and he played his melodious flute, and the stone was melting, and the imprints, the marks of his foot got printed on that stone.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thanks for the patience. I'm sure Mataji will be back. She's experiencing a connectivity issue. Thanks for your patience.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. You can continue.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Can I know where did you stop hearing last time?
You were mentioning about the footprints of Krishna. The stone got melted.
Yeah. So the Sanatan Goswami, he understood that that was Krishna. He want me to now slow down and accept the Sheila and circumambulate it, and as he can keep his vow also, and he can get the mercy, or he got the mercy of Krishna basically. So such is our Sanatana Goswami. And Sanatana Goswami had done many literary works like Hari Bhakti Vilas, Brihad Bhagavatam, then what's that? Brihad Vaishnava Toshini or Vaishnava Toshini? I don't exactly remember. I think it's Vaishnava Toshini. Yeah. So that was in this one. That is the elaborated form of the Canto 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam. So yeah, and Sanatana Goswami, he was in the form of Labang Manjari. He used to serve Vishakha Saki in Radha Madhav Nikunj Dham, Radha Madhav Nitya Nikunj Leela in spiritual world. And so the Samadhi of Sanatana Goswami is right behind the temple of Madan Mohan. So yeah, this is the Sanatana Goswami. And a little short of time, so there's a lot of pastimes of Sanatana Goswami. We'll quickly move over His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami as well. So Bhakti Charu Swami, he's also known as I think Commander in Chief in his country. So yeah, today is his Tiroba Day, disappearance day. So His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami was born in Bengal. He spent most of his early days in Calcutta. He studied in Germany, and I think in 1975 he came back to India because he wanted to pursue the spiritual path. He was eager to find a spiritual master. After I think a long search, maybe one or more than a year of search, he went to Haridwar, he went to Rishikesh, but he wasn't actually able to find the answers for his questions until he came across the book Nectar of Devotion written by Srila Prabhupada. And after he read that book, he was a little more convinced, and then later he met Prabhupada, and his conviction grew more stronger. And when Prabhupada met him, he right away gave him the service of assignment of this translating all of his books in Bengali, and he was the Secretary of Indian Affairs. Then he in 1977 he accepted the sannyas ashram, and he's also known for his Vaishnava etiquette in ISKCON. He was the chairman of GBC, and he took I think it was the mammoth task. He took the mammoth task of making the video of I think it was in a series format of Prabhupada's life, and it was a mammoth job and big project. He made a wonderful temple in Ujjain, and later, one of the since he studied Nectar of Devotion right away, and then he came. One of the disciple asked Srila Prabhupada that what if Bhakti Charu Swami falls down? So Sri Prabhupada said, at max, Bhakti Charu Swami can only fall to the sattva level, not below that. So he's such a great devotee. He cannot go below a sattva level. So Radhanath Swami, His Holiness Radhanath Swami, when he used to say that when His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami sings the kirtans, he could wave around the 14 worlds. Such sweet melodious kirtans he used to have. And, Bhakti Charu Swami also, if somebody is saying that I'm the follower of ISKCON or I'm the part of ISKCON, he used to strongly expect that he should have three things if he's saying this thing. First is loyalty towards Prabhupada. Second is loyalty towards GBC. And third, never leave ISKCON. So this was Bhakti Charu Swami, and we offer our most humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami. Please, Bhakti Charu Swami ki jai. Hare Krishna. With this, I conclude my lecture, and thank you for hearing me patiently. I'm sorry for the mistakes I must have done somewhere. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for the class. Thank you very much. So, dear devotees, you're open up the floor for questions. These wonderful topics, very condensedly presented, but I'm sure you have some questions around these personalities and the pastimes, or any other questions regarding today's class. Please feel free to ask. Also, you can chat and you can type in your questions and I can read it on your behalf if you're not able to do that. And one last request, if you can make this session a little bit more personal, if you can switch on your cameras, that would be very nice. Thank you. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Shilpesh Prabhu, you have a question? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Namrata Mataji. I don't have a question, but I just want to say it's a very wonderful class. And I'm amazed by your remembrance of all the facts and especially all the names. I really, really struggle. I've heard these past times before, but I really, really struggle remembering everything. So I was really amazed. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. I think I can say that was mercy of Sanatan Goswami. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Any questions, comments regarding today's topics? Sridevi Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, Dinanath Gauranga Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances, dear Namrata, and all the devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Gurudev. Thank you for the really nice class. I'm sorry I joined late. I was held up somewhere else, so maybe I missed it. But why is it that in our ISKCON, we don't do anything for Guru Purnima? I mean, for us, Srila Prabhupada is so important. Our Guru Maharajas are so important. But we don't really focus on Guru Purnima. It's not celebrated. We barely finds a mention, Srimad Bhagavatam, they just carry on with the verses and they just may mention Guru Purnima. But why we don't do anything on Guru Purnima?
Yeah, that's a nice question. I think for Guru Purnima, this is more of a significance of Vyasadev. But we do have the whole different day of appearance and disappearance of Prabhupada. So we do celebrate that time. So this day is more dedicated to Srila Vyasadeva, who is the Adi Guru. That is what I feel. But then yes, our gurus are they come in the lineage, so we can offer our obeisances, our bhav to him as well on this day. We can do at the personal level as well. Thank you. If you feel something, I think
No, I'm just
can add
curious because I'm also wondering. I also don't know why. It just came to me to maybe you did some research on this, or I also am, not so clear why we do not put any emphasis. So I just was wanting to know.
yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
I
We do celebrate in a very big way Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, his disappearance day, our own Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja day. Today was Tirubhav Tithi of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So yeah, we do honor all the Vaishnava Gurus. Yes. Thank you.
Well, I in one of the lectures of Radhanath Swami, I heard that on this day, especially the Govardhan, the Vrajavasis, they do Govardhan Parikrama in large number. Just as on the last day of Kartik, there's a huge crowd. In the same way, today used to be a huge crowd, because Sanatan Goswami was so life, and in the last years of his age, he was just like the life and soul of the Vrajavasis. He used to solve all the problems of the Vrajavasis, just from the to the yield of the crops, to the quarrels of the houses. He used to solve many problems, and he was very dear to the villagers. So everybody respected him so much that all of them used to do the Govardhan Parikrama on his day in the respect. So this is what I know. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Silpesh Prabhu, you have your hands up. It's a new question. If you can go ahead and ask.
I just wanted to add to the discussion. I don't know where I heard this now, but I'm pretty certain I was told in Ishkol we don't celebrate Guru Purnima because it's a bit like a Mayavadi thing today. They celebrate their Guru as God. So maybe that's why. I'm not totally 100% sure where I heard this, but that might be one of the reasons we don't do it so much in Ishkol. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Prabhuji, for that. I've also heard, that like what Mataji mentioned, Namrata Mataji, that Sanatan Goswami is also widely known, very dearly known as Mundia Baba in Vraj. I've only been to Vrindavan twice, but that's what I've heard from other devotees, and he's very much loved and revered and respected, and I think they celebrate this festival, this Gaur Purnima, in a big way as well there. So, but yes, it is. Yeah, I don't know the answer, Mataji, as well. I mean, I cannot comment, but just adding to what Namrata Mataji said. Any further questions? We've got 5 minutes. We can make the best use
Hare
of 5
Krishna.
minutes.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Mataji, Namrata Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances always to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for this presentation. Very nicely you condensed and you gave important pastimes of Srila Sanatan Goswami and about Guru Purnima and Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
I think Janava Mataji also commented that
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my understanding, a guru is not always an acharya. So I'm just reading it out. Sorry, there was few comments that I missed. Apologies. So let me read the first comment from Scarlet Mataji. She's saying, Hare Krishna, I may be wrong, but in my understanding, mothers are the guru and should be considered as guru, almost like an acharya. So this is in respect to another question by Janava Mataji. So Mataji, if it's possible, it would be good to unmute and ask. Otherwise, I can read. This was your previous question before the start of the class. If not, I can read it out as well. Okay, I'll go ahead and read it. So Mataji asked initially before the beginning of the class that I would like to ask for a friend if there are or were any Matajis or Acharya in our parampara. Thank you in advance. So
I think I just know one who is Ganga Mata Goswami, one of the she was from Bangladesh. She was the princess of Bangladesh, and another one, Janava Mataji. She was the wife of the consort of Nityananda. Was she also considered? I'm sorry, please. I need some help from you.
yes, you are right. Yes, I think that is also what I know.
Yeah. So these are some whom I can remember. If you, Shudev Mataji or Prabhu, you can add something. Dinanath Gauranga Prabhu.
No, that's what I said. That is also my understanding as well. Okay, and so in respect to that question, just closing out the comments here, Scarlett Mataji, in respect to that comment made, she mentioned that mothers are also considered as guru and they should be considered almost like an acharya. And then Janva Mataji is responding that guru is not always an acharya. So yes, I mean, any further clarifications, Janva Mataji or Scarlett Mataji, you can comment or type it in the chat window.
Hare Krishna, and thank you very, very much for today's class. It was very nice and I learned a lot. What I meant there, it's what I have learned and listened to all the classes. Always they talk about the mother is considered like a guru because the first person that we get to learn is from our mother. In that case, it will be like a guru. And I don't mean that they should be considered like acharya, but I meant it's almost it feels almost like they are acharya, but not acharya. I don't mean that they are acharya, but they almost, because it's the acharya's guru was first the mother, right? That's I as I said, I might be wrong. In my learning understanding, I just understand it this way, and it's very wrong. I understand it. Thank you.
I don't know, Mataji. Thank you very much for clarifying your question. Yes, our mother is our first guru. So it is right. But we cannot say them as acharyas because acharyas are considered, I think they belong to the lineage, they are bona fide. But a mother is considered a guru because that is where a child flourishes in the initial days, and that is a responsible position. And Prabhupada do say that if you are not if you are not Krishna conscious parents, then you are not worth to be a parent. So that includes a mother as well. And yes, in a way you are right that mother is our first guru. So I agree to your. But yeah, acharyas, I think that comes in the lineage and and the bona fide factors work in that. So that is my understanding. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we are nearing up the time. We have one more question there. Okay. Revati Mataji, please go ahead and ask.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So I don't have any specific questions, Mataji, but thank you so much for the very beautiful class. So many pastimes you narrated of Sanatana Goswami. I joined late, but I could hear at least 20 minutes of the class. I'll go back and listen, but it's really very beautiful class. I have to go back and listen this again. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your efforts. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I think we can conclude the class. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo naveta bhakta vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Namrata Mataji ki jai.
Oh no.
Thank you, Mataji.